MrBeast has not been having the best time lately when it comes to his reputation. From Rosanna Pansino bringing light to the conditions that he's been exposing cast and crew to on set, news of a major lawsuit with his recent show on Amazon Prime, and now major backlash over his latest business venture. MrBeast announced that he's teaming up with Logan Paul and KSI to release their very own Lunchable competitor, and so far, the responses they've been receiving are not looking too good. It's a mess, so let's get into it. Last week, MrBeast announced his newest business venture, and it definitely took people by surprise. He decided to team up with Prime and launch a competitor to Lunchables called Lunchly. He made the announcement on Instagram, writing, "Meet the ultimate lunch experience at Lunchly," featuring at Drink Prime Hydration, at Feastables Chocolate, and the pizza, turkey stack'ems, or Fiesta Nachos. You'll never have a boring lunch again. Clearly, this was their attempt at trying to come for Lunchables and be a direct competitor. I mean, their whole selling point is that Lunchly is supposed to be a healthier alternative.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar.
Whoa.
Feastables Crunch
Yeah!
Bar. Our pizza uses real cheese. Theirs, as it says on their box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call it real cheese.
Ooh.
We're also 30 less calories, 3 less grams of fat, and 8 less grams of sugar. Turkey Stack'em, 310 calories.
230 calories.
21 grams of sugar.
Only 7 grams of sugar.
If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients. All right, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry, that's trash. All right, now we're trying Lunchly. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
Fiesta Nachos. 22 grams of sugar.
10 grams of sugar.
7 grams of protein.
9 grams of protein.
Come in close and look at the queso cheese in Lunchly versus whatever that is. Drip versus stick. I like my cheese drippy, bruh. This is a Lunchly salsa right here. Look at the consistency, the texture. And this is Lunchables. This, look, it's watery. I can't even look at that. With 400 milligrams of electrolytes, my God!
And it's available for around $4. Super affordable. Go give it a try.
Oh my God.
But is it really healthier? To promote the new meal kit, Logan posted a side-by-side nutrition facts of Lunchly versus Lunchables, which says the Lunchly pizza has 12 grams of protein, whereas Lunchables has 13 grams, 360 calories compared to Lunchables 390, 400 milligrams of electrolytes through the Prime drink compared to Lunchables 55 milligrams, and 12 grams of sugar versus Lunchables 20 grams. Honestly, not really that much of a difference besides the amount of electrolytes in the Prime drink, and that's the part that seems to be getting them into a little bit of trouble. The fact that a Prime drink is being included in these meal kits that are specifically being targeted to school-age kids isn't really sitting right with some people. A sports medicine doctor who is very well known online called Logan out on this, and he said, "Sodium getting rebranded as electrolytes will be taught in marketing textbooks one day." To which Logan responded and said, "Crazy how even a sports medicine doctor can't tell the difference between sodium and potassium. The reference 400 milligrams of electrolytes is the potassium in Prime, you idiot." But it didn't stop there. Brian responded and called Logan out for marketing this meal kit towards kids who sit in school all day long and don't necessarily need to be consuming that many electrolytes. He said, "The idea that more electrolytes is just a no questions asked positive is what's wrong with this and a lot of electrolyte drink business. 12-year-old kids sitting in school all day long do not need more electrolytes. Like, what the hell does that even mean? They sure as heck don't need a boatload of potassium. They don't need a bunch of sodium unless they're sweating profusely or having diarrhea. So why are we so obsessed with shoving electrolytes down everyone's throat? If you're going to sweat profusely with exercise, the excessive potassium found in Prime is not what you need. You need sodium, and more of it than what's in Prime. But I'd say the same for most electrolyte drinks out there today, minus the high sodium ones like LMNT or Liquid IV. At MrBeast, at Logan Paul, can you comment on the scientific basis of your product ingredients, specifically the sodium/potassium amounts? He also has a YouTube channel, and he talked about why having this Prime drink inside a kid's meal is kind of problematic.
After Logan shared this image highlighting the nutritional contents and specifically calling out electrolytes compared to a Lunchable and how much better it was with all these electrolytes, I made this little joke about sodium getting rebranded as electrolytes because that's really what's happened. Logan seemed to take offense to my tweet here, calling me a sports medicine doctor, saying that I can't tell the difference between sodium and potassium. Logan, I assure you, I can. I understand the basics of hydration here. Yes, there's no doubt that our bodies need proper amounts of electrolytes to function. Electrolytes are crucial. Things like sodium, potassium, chloride, calcium, magnesium, for the function of literally almost everything in our body, muscles, nerves. You have to have proper levels of all those electrolytes. If they become too high, you have problems. If they become too low, you have problems. Generally speaking, our bodies do a very, very good job of managing the proper balance of electrolytes. We shouldn't have to rely on external supplementation of electrolytes beyond our food for just normal daily healthy function. And that's part of my initial argument here. You don't need to drink electrolyte drinks just as part of daily life. But I'm saying when you're trying to advertise and market it as something that is like okay or better to have a bunch of electrolytes, that's where I think you have to be really careful and make sure people have the right impression.
And a lot of people in his comments were agreeing with him. One person said, Logan Paul getting on Dr. Suiter for simply spreading facts is wild. Bro is really desperate to make a health scam. An influencer calling a physician an idiot on a topic of science is just hilarious. Hydration drinks like Gatorade and Powerade are primarily marketed as sports drinks because they are meant for very active people who are losing those electrolytes. And I would say that's the main difference between Prime and something like Gatorade. Gatorade isn't necessarily marketing towards kids. They're marketing towards people who are doing high intensity sports. Whereas when it comes to Prime, kids are quite literally their main customer base. I mean, we've all seen it. The countless TikToks of parents being like, my kid is begging for this drink. They're saying all their friends at school have it. That is where this drink is becoming controversial. But electrolytes isn't the only issue that people had with Lunchly. Many people feel like the nutritional values aren't that drastically different from a meal like Lunchables. A lot of comments were pointing out how MrBeast, Logan, and KSI have enough money where if they actually cared about providing kids with healthy lunches, then they could have done meals that were much healthier and actually had a positive influence on kids that look up to them to eat healthy. Rosanna Pansino tweeted about this and she said, a few years back, I backed out of an 8-figure deal with Walmart because we couldn't make the food with as good of ingredients as I wanted. People like MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul absolutely could. And yet, they choose to do this. Says everything you need to know. And Drama Alert also tweeted about how much negative backlash these meals were getting, specifically highlighting 2 tweets which said, why not teach kids healthy eating habits? They're comparing their product to Lunchables, which in itself is highly processed crap. None of them are passionate about health towards fans, only their wallets. So disappointing. With another person writing, what happened to YouTube, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better. And MrBeast actually decided to respond to all the backlash they've been getting, and shocker, he's defending his decision to release this meal. He tweeted, Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese. They use cheese product. They can't call it cheese. Higher quality meat, etc. Obviously, eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people do through Lunchables, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good in my opinion, and why we launched Lunchly. Also, as we get economies of scale and can get things cheaper, we will be only improving the product more and more. But the point still stands. They have more than enough money to aim higher than just being slightly more healthy than a Lunchable, which are known to be completely horrible for you. Having slightly better nutritional values compared to the most processed food known to man is not the brag that they're making it out to be, and a lot of people are just disappointed in MrBeast for putting something out like this. It feels like a cash grab. They know all the school-age kids are going to be begging their parents for it, and they're also going to be making a ton of money. At the end of the day, it's all about money to them, and that's why there's so much disappointment towards MrBeast for going down this path, especially with someone like Logan Paul. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.